Check 1, 2.
Action!
Tell these rappers I'm outside, get them start acting up. Turning hoes to housewives, I'm cleaning the ratchet up. Do it all from boom back to melody rap. If they can put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it. That's it.
Fuck everybody on the front. When we stand on the finals, bring that same energy, nigga.
Yeah. Welcome everyone.
What up, Mike?
What up,
Michael
Mike?
Brown, shout out to you. We see you in the building. Pleasure to see you as always. Welcome to another episode of Knicks and Ish. Y'all already know the vibe. I am the one and only Parlay Lord, aka your boy Fraz Tass in the building. I'm here with the panel. We got, of course, the first lady of Knicks and Ish, Mrs. Knicks in the building. And, of course, the co-host of Knicks and Ish, one and only Kev. Shout out to the rest of the panel. Of course, shout out my guy, T-Time. I know he's somewhere out there. He's going to check this out at a later time. Shout out to everybody who's already here, who pulled up. As always, we're doing a recap. I forgot the score of the game. We won by a lot.
125.
To quote T-Time.
101. We packed on my.
Thank you. To quote T-Time, we won by a lot. All right. And as always, as we always do in the beginning, we're going to pass it around the panel and get the initial reactions from this game. Go on right ahead, y'all. Y'all know how we do.
Do your thing, Miss Knicks.
You know what this means. 25 assists.
Yep.
29 assists. Although I think we should have had more against this team. I take it with a W. I think a lot of what stood out to me is how everyone had a great game, and it wasn't like, one person went off. We had 6 players in double figures out of the 8 that played the majority of the minutes, which is huge. We had 3 players with over 20. And it just goes to show you how deep our team is and how well our core play together, that no one of them had to go off like at one time, and they still can eat, and they still all will get their points and their moments to shine, right? JB's moments was the first quarter. He went crazy, 14 points in the first quarter. And as the game progressed, you seen OG do his thing. You see Mikal have another good game. You seen Cat go ballistic in the second half, to be honest. Again, still a work in progress as a team, but I think we're trending in the right direction. You see more progress as opposed to, again, this could have been a trap game where we could have took our eye off the prize and took a L, especially how strong they came out early in the game. But at the end of the day, we do what we have to do to win. And I mean, I'm loving what I'm seeing from all the guys.
Yo, and we started off slow and still ended the first quarter 32-30.
Right.
Even with a slow start. I think we was down at one point by 12, 13 points or something like that. And, the guys fought back. Pretty good defense, causing turnovers and all that. But I want to add on to what you said. We almost had 5 guys score over 20 points. Had Bridges scored one more point or made another free throw, because I think he missed 2 free throws, he would have had 21 points had he made those free throws. Josh, Josh would have had. Josh had 18. A double with 6 assists. Guys turned up, man. I tonight the 3-point shot was on. I think we shot like 54%.
54 and a half. Yep.
54 and a half. We knocked down 18 threes. That was huge for us. Good defense. I think that's what really brought us back into the game. And we said this. We said my bad. I apologize, y'all. Salute to Jimmy J1 and Uncle Paulie. What up, y'all?
Yo, what up, cuz?
That was some
Uncle Paulie, you already know.
Key moments in the game where, defensively, they made some plays to help get us back in this game. And I was saying that now, like we've been saying, once this team starts to figure it out on the defensive end, we're gonna be a huge problem. And granted, they missed 2 guys, but we don't care. We don't care about that. Nobody cared when we was hurt. We don't care if anybody else is hurt. We gotta go
next
in
man
there
up.
and with the next man up mentality and go in there and win games that we supposed to game. Win games that we supposed to win. And this game is one of those games we were supposed to win, and we did it. We did it in a blowout fashion. We started off a little slow, but we came back and finished strong. So that's important.
Yep.
Before I go into what I want to say, Jimmy J1, just make sure when you go on the YouTube page, make sure the bell says all, so that way anytime we go live or any notification, you'll get it. All right.
Thanks.
Couple of things I like to talk about in this game specifically. Number one being, we've said it before and we'll say it again. One guy is not going to beat the New York Knicks. If you thought Brandon Miller was going to beat the Knicks by himself tonight, you definitely had it wrong. All right. They found a way to adjust after he had that 14-point first quarter.
16.
All right. Oh, it was 16. Sorry, it was 16. I forgot.
16 in
that
the
last
first,
bucket. Yeah, he went off. All right. That's the point I'm trying to make. He went off, but beyond that first quarter, he didn't really do too much after that. Like,
and his was negated really by JB because JB got 14 in the first quarter.
Definitely was.
He had 0 in the second.
But to have 12 points, the rest of the way, after you had that, or 10 points the rest of the way after you had that 16-point first quarter, that says the Knicks shut you down the rest of the game. We shut you down.
10 in the third, and then in the fourth.
That was it. That was it.
He didn't even.
He was done after the third. He was done after the third because we was already blowing him out.
Yeah, he didn't even play in the fourth quarter.
I like this. Another thing I'm noticing now. Do y'all know Deuce McBride is a lock for 10 points or 1 3? The parlay Lords told y'all here multiple times. If you betting with me, Deuce McBride, 10 points, 1 3-pointer. He's gonna get it. There's no question about this. Exactly. Like you can't deny the contribution that Deuce McBride constantly continues to make and the strides that he's made in his offense through these couple of years. I like to say to all the naysayers, y'all got what y'all asked for when y'all talked smack to Mikal Bridges 3 games ago.
There we go.
That is first of all, number one, Mikal Bridges set a record, the best plus minus in Knicks history over a 2-game span, plus 73. That is the first thing. Second thing, in this 3-game span, Mikal Bridges has scored 69 points in these 3 games. That is a 31-point average. Because no, I'm not sorry. I'm sorry. A 21-point average. I'm sorry. Excuse me. 21-point average. Still, Mikal's averaging 21 points since y'all been talking shit about him 3 games ago. All right? Which means he listening And maybe I should talk a little more shit, because if he gonna play like this after y'all talking shit, hey, talk some more shit. Talk some more shit and get him wound up, you know? We don't even. It goes without being said, man. Brunson, yo. Oh, this is the other thing. I'm sorry, and I'm gonna land the plane. I know I'm a little long-winded. I apologize, y'all. You see how we're getting now scoring in stages, right? Brunson is figured it out to an extent. He said, "Okay, let me get mines early. That way, now the rest of the guys can eat. I'm not in their way. I'm not taking away touches from them." Brunson is starting to figure out when to take over to do his thing and when to let the other guys get their points and eat. You saw it tonight when Brunson said, "You know what? He's not going to do us like this on my home floor. Let me get at him real quick and let him know what it is." All right. Got at him first quarter, kept us there. All right. Now, you know Brunson's going to the bench early in the second quarter. We all know, we watched the game. So he set it up. He passed it on. Townsend and was like, "All right, we got you from here. We're going to take over." Boom. Oh, by the way, 9 turnovers tonight for the New York Knicks. That means we was protecting the ball tonight. Protecting the basketball is the most important thing. You know, we've had problems with 20 turnover games and all that. We've talked about this numerous times on Knicks-ish. Knicks with 15 or more turnovers. Only 9 tonight, and that's a great thing to see. And the last thing before I land the plane, I noticed fast break points, 22-7. The two-way game was killing them. Josh Hart was killing them.
Yeah,
I mean, especially after Brunson sat down after the first, Josh Hart just said, "I got you, JB. Let me get that." Ran it up real quick. 18 points in the first half.
But it's not only him, though, because if you look, OG is running the court on a rebound amazingly this season. Like I said a few shows ago, he's doing what Obi was doing for us and just booking it.
Look at his stat line though. It's wild crazy. Like
who, OG?
He was efficient. He was 10 of 18 from the field. He shot 55%. He was 3 of 4 from the 3-point line, 75%. He knocked down both of his free throws. He has 6 rebounds, 1 offensive, 2 assists, 4 steals, 2 blocks, 1 turnover, 25 points plus 18. And
you know we call that, right? We call that a stat sheet stuffer.
Right. And just like those 2 blocks.
Bro, those 2 blocks look crazy. They got me hyped.
What up,
darling?
Listen, the one that he smacked to the 5th row was wild.
Oh man, yo,
that was wild.
You didn't really see him in the picture. Everybody thought, he was late coming over, but he was already. He saw it. He was just waiting for the guy to make his move to commit. Soon as he committed, it was in the 5th row. I was like, "Yep." He was waiting for you to do that.
He sent that shit packing. Then on the other side of the court, went and sent that shit packing too. Right, the next play went and smacked his shit, sent him packing. The OG contract, a lot of people was complaining about the money that he was given, but so far for what he's given us, like it's been worth every penny. He's playing. I mean, he's had his couple of games where he struggled, but he comes back and does other things. When his shot's not dropping, he starts playing defense. He gets some steals, he causes turnovers. I mean, he makes it uncomfortable. After that 16-point first quarter, he gave Brandon Miller a problem after that. He gave him a problem.
One thing I love about OG, he fights over picks so hard. Like he doesn't let you pick him. He's like
Mm.
going like, and I think that's what they get called for. The Knicks get called for a lot of offensive fouls trying to get over picks. But what Uncle Paulie's saying is something in that water in MSG because the way the personalities of Cat and OG have changed since they've been in New York is
Yo,
crazy.
let me say, if I may take the floor for a second, let me say this. Don't forget, OG was already rated the number one two-way player in the league by multiple coaches league wide. Okay, this was already out there on the news, publicized. OG was already regarded as the best two-way player when healthy. You know
Mm-hmm.
why them guys is playing like they playing right now? It's because they see they got a chance to win the ring. They got a chance to win and get their money. Listen, y'all talk about the OG contract. He's only getting 40 mil. That's right around cat numbers. What are we talking about? Like, y'all acting like he's getting overpaid. He's getting paid every penny worth it.
He got the
He
all
shows you
haircut.
why.
It's funny because me and Faz was talking during the game, and
Oh, yo,
I
yo,
said,
Kevin, go get me started.
I said,
Kevin, go get me
he
started
getting
on
his
camera.
haircut
I'm
in the
telling you.
Heights. I said he need to take Macau out there because Macau need a haircut.
Hey, listen, man. I cut
Pero,
both of y'all niggas here,
oh,
man. Hit me up.
pero,
I got both of
oh,
y'all, bro.
que vaina. Mama huevazo.
No,
Oh,
but
y'all
like
didn't know I speak Spanish? I'm part Cuban. I speak Spanish. Trust me. But
the the personality that's coming out of them, like he said, you see OG dapping up fans and smiling. Like OG be having like this like stoic face that he
can
don't
I
never
call it?
change.
Let's call it the Mecca effect, right? Let's now
Yeah,
traditionally coin it the Mecca effect, right? It's something about playing Madison Square Garden that makes players that certain players that come here just play better.
they
All
got
right.
Cat flexing on dudes, Cat going
Cats,
off. I'm like,
listen,
okay,
Cats having a career year already,
But
yeah,
people.
listen, you gotta remember when it comes to Cat, you know, he's from right over the bridge. We're like,
He's built for
kind
this.
of similar in certain ways. Jersey and New York. You know what I mean? But I'm not surprised by that. You know what I mean? But with OG, he's a little quiet to himself. Doesn't really, mingle much, and that New York stuff
Start to rub
it's
off on
starting to
him, you
rub
know.
off on him. And listen, I like it, man. I've
I
always been an
love it.
OG fan. I always been an OG fan. I like those kind of players though. Quiet to themselves. Just
Focus, laser
focused.
focus.
Not only focused, but he ain't playing no games with you. He's like, yo, I want to win
He's
this
about
game.
his business.
I'm about my business. I'm not playing no games with you, and I'm gonna lock your best man up. I'm gonna lock your best man up. You see me? I look a little preppy. You know what I mean? Like, and
Y'all
and
think
those are
I'm
the ones
timid?
you think you those are the ones you gotta watch out for. The little preppy ones that you think shit is sweet. He's the little quiet one that you gotta watch him. He's dangerous. That guy
Yeah.
OG, he's
Yeah.
dangerous. You know what I
Listen,
mean? Those are the ones you should never sleep on.
But that's
You
the
know,
same like JB because remember JB's first season he was real quiet and timid.
real quiet,
Last
yeah.
season he started flexing and going
But this
crazy.
year, you're starting to see JB talk wild more shit than before. What up, Almighty? Appreciate you pulling up. Now
uh,
he's flexing. He's
Almighty,
doing all this and looking at his arm like this. And I'm like, whoa,
and
really,
of course, you
JB?
know
Okay, yeah. I like that, but this right here, he's looking at his arm and he's like, oh shit. And I'm like, yo, okay, JB, I see you. I see
Uh-huh.
you telling niggas to get the fuck out of here and all this stuff, bro. He wasn't doing that a few years ago. So,
well, let me say this. We forget one part about this whole equation that actually I think is the reason why all these guys are loosening up. And I'm gonna say it's Josh Hart, right? We all know. Okay. Listen, one thing about
With
Josh Hart, when it come to, we know he gets down with the off the court antics. All right, he's a funny guy. I love it. But when you on that basketball court, listen, damn near triple double every night. So you can
yeah,
say what you will. You can say what you will about Josh Hart and his jokes and all that. But when you come down to it, you, that seriousness is there. That determination, that grit, that toughness is there.
I mean, it's just a
They,
good mesh. Like, like all off season we talk. Like, it's not
here,
only about talent; it's about meshing and fitting in the culture.
let me
And where
let me
we
say it.
thought, well,
hold
where
on, hold
I
on.
thought, and I think Kev did too, that Cat wouldn't fit into this. He fits perfectly into this.
Yeah,
Two
yeah.
words: complementary players. I've said
Bro,
it.
it's amazing to
I
see.
said it's like, listen, it just go like hand in hand. Like it doesn't matter when. It's just it's there every time. It's there.
Yeah.
You gotta understand. Like
Almighty.
there's no other way to describe it. Like it's there. Like Brunson has it or Towns has it every time. The number one pick and roll in the league. Now, I was talking with Kev the other day about something interesting as well. The dynamic of adding Mitch Robinson in with that double screen, that double high screen that we usually run. Y'all know what I'm talking about if you watch Knicks basketball. When they run that double high screen, imagine having Cat on one side and Mitch Robinson on the other. Ooh, this is going to get sticky for teams in a minute. I do realize this, right? Because now you're
Yo,
taking the other team's two best rebounders out of the paint, and you're basically saying OG and Mikel have the matchup on the wing. What are we talking about
listen.
here?
Yeah, it's gonna get scary for
Think
teams.
about this, y'all. Think about this.
It's gonna get
Like,
Yo,
scary. I'm not gonna
what's
hold
your
you when
thoughts?
they
What's your
said
thoughts? Go ahead. I'm sorry. What's your
when they
thoughts? Go
said
ahead. I
Precious was
apologize.
playing today. I'm like, all right, perfect, because y'all motherfuckers keep talking about we got the worst bench. Y'all about to learn real soon how good our bench really is.
we
Granted, he
got a
didn't have a
Wolves
good
fan in
game
the
today.
building.
He didn't
The
have a
Wolves
good
fan is
game
back.
today,
Yeah, we got
but
a Wolves fan in the building. Appreciate you, man, for pulling up.
It's War Cat.
Yeah.
Why? Because we told y'all didn't win the trade. Solidus, man. Y'all didn't win the trade,
Listen,
man. Just
I'm gonna say this though, Almighty. Nobody was hating on Cat when we traded for him. What we said was what we said was uh uh if you go back to it, it was the injury, right? The injuries, and we thought he was a little soft. We thought he was a little
and we
soft.
thought
That
he
was
didn't like Tibbs.
he thought,
first of
and we
all,
and the issues that he had with Tibbs back in the day. But other than that, if you go back to the episode when the trade was made, we all said that Cat is a good player. We never said he was trash. We never said, hold on, Fred, I got you. We never said none of that stuff. None of that stuff. We wasn't hating. We just thought that, we had two guys here that helped us, and it was a shock for us, more or less. It was a big shock. Nobody expected the trade to happen. And it is what it is. But those were our only worries. The injury history, the problems with Tid back in the day, and we thought he was a little soft. And at the end of the day, we all admitted to what we said. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But Michael Brown uh has said, I will be the first to admit that I wasn't a fan of the trade. However, it's proven me wrong. Trust the process. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't think a lot of people was a fan of the trade. Um, but but it's so far it's working out perfectly for us, bro.
well, let me say, because I didn't want to interrupt Kev. Let me say to you, Almighty, I am quoted on this very program right here, taking flack from the other panelists saying that Cat wasn't soft. You can go back and check the tape. People who was here seen it. All right. Also, the main thing about the main argument that came from Knicks and Ish about the trade was the fact that we were more devastated that Randall was leaving. Okay.
I think we were more devastated that Dante was leaving.
That too. But there was because it was just like a really you're right, because it was really a damn Dante and Randall.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But I did say Cat is far from soft. This guy put Embiid in a hemlock, bro. He put him in the sleeper, damn near, bro. Like you saw what he just did to Mo Wagner.
Yeah.
Right.
And for me, it was more. I don't watch basketball outside of Knicks basketball, and I've said it many a times. The only time I watch other games is going to be the playoffs, and what I saw from Cat in the playoffs, a couple of the games that I did watch last season, I didn't like it. But I never watched him full season. Never. I don't watch, again, if they don't play the Knicks, I don't see players play. So a lot of it for me was emotion. We didn't want to see Randall leave. He decided, he came to New York on his own. We wanted to see him win here. But at the end of the day, we had to do what was best for the team, and I'm with it. I mean, it's working thus far. The best pick and roll I've seen in I don't know how long by any team.
Right.
30.
And just 30. Kind of the swag he gives. Like, he came into New York with this swag, and it's just like, okay, you can't be mad at a guy that wants to be here. It's clear as day he wants to be here. I don't think I ever seen Cat since he got traded not wear a New York shirt, whether it be a Yankees, a regular New York, Knicks, Patrick Ewing, a 90s team shirt. Like, this dude got so much pride in this team. Like, how can we even be mad? I'm not mad. I'm good. I already apologized. I was wrong. And we move on.
A lot of people, I don't know why that's even like, that even gets thrown at us when we already admitted a few times, not just
in
now.
fact, two lives ago, we just did an admission. 2 lives ago, we did admissions.
Almost every show we
for
say
you
we
out
was
there.
wrong.
Yo, word up, and
we take accountability over here at Knicks and Ish. All right.
Yeah, we don't duck the smoke. If we say we
don't
did,
duck.
we don't duck smoke at all here.
Look,
if we're wrong, we say we wrong. That's it.
So we got the Wolves fan just talking smack on chat, huh? But we appreciate you watching. We appreciate you watching us.
Hey, listen,
definitely.
I do think he does. He does. I gotta say, some of these fouls that they be calling on Cat though be kind of suspect. Like the one foul where the guy kind of like bumped into him. I think it was the N1 joint where the guy kind of like bumped into him.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of like, come on, bro, really? That's what you calling the foul on? Like, he barely like, maybe a little bit of the body to body, but that was not even a foul. Like, some of these calls just be soft, really.
I think it's a lot of like new rules that went into effect this season that they're just calling weird, because not only they call weird fouls on him, but then on the other end, he's getting dropped and they're not calling fouls. JB's getting dropped and Josh Hart's getting hit and they're not calling fouls.
Nah, that's a fact. I see that a lot, especially with the Knicks. They don't really give them the calls that we should be getting. And it's not just those two guys. Everybody, it's everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When it comes to the Knicks, we don't really get calls like that, unfortunately.
But we still find a way to win, and we don't make excuses.
There you go. We still find ways to win without an excuse, and that's what's important. but I still think that we can improve a little bit more
Of course.
um on a defensive end. I think offensively, a lot of teams ain't gonna be able to fuck with us. But just defensively, a little bit, a couple fixes here and there, and we're gonna be top notch. They getting much better. You can see it. They getting much better. You know. Ant-Man took over the Wolves, so you all can have Cat. Hey, listen, I don't think uh I don't know what made y'all want to trade Cat, but thank you.
Facts.
I tell you,
I
yo, listen.
literally just responded to him because they got other things to worry about.
Who that? Oh, yeah.
What's the vibes?
What's goody? What's goody?
Yo,
What's the
you
vibes?
Listen,
guys,
let me tell y'all. Solidus T. That's his name. Solidus T. I
Uh-huh.
hope I pronounced
yeah.
this. I hope I pronounced it right. I want to ask you a question though, Solidus. Cause I hear a lot of y'all complaining about the whole, how has the Julius and Dante trade helped y'all? And any, because from what I hear from a lot of fans, man, they destroying them guys right now.
Oh, wait, hold on. What is happening here? Is this somebody? Is that a Timberwolves fan in the chat?
Yeah,
Sure is a Timberwolves fan.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy. Well, hey,
Yo,
welcome to
I
the
agree with
channel.
you, Almighty. I
Welcome to the
hit
channel.
that follow button.
Well,
Hit that
make sure
follow
you
button. But
follow. But I will
Almighty,
say
I
this.
completely agree.
My fault, Kev. I will say
Nah,
this.
go ahead.
Julius Randle is my guy, and everybody who watched Knicks and Ish, how much we support Julius Randle when he was a Knick. Yeah, we won the fuck out that trade though. We won the fuck out that trade. W.
Big W. Big
Big
W.
W. You know what I mean? I, I mean, Cat, for what he lacks is so much more that he brings to the table. You know what I mean? And watching the Knicks games the way I do, obviously I don't watch Timberwolves games as much as I do Knicks games. So my education on Cat before he became a Knick, it was not as astute, you feel me? But now getting to see his game up close and personal and seeing the new added toughness is an extra layer of toughness he's been playing with since he's been in New York. Yeah, we smoked that trade big time.
And guess what? And guess what? You only saw it for 20 something games so far. You haven't even seen 82 games yet. Or seen a bigger sample size. You know what I mean? To where you get to really see the
Hmm.
numbers. Cause that was one thing everybody was saying. Oh, the numbers, oh, you
It's only
chasing.
going to get better. You know, we turn up after December.
Here's the difference, people. Randall didn't like passing the ball too much. Cat passes the ball.
Yep.
The ball continues to flow with Cat and through Cat, actually. So,
And the crazy part, you starting to see him get more and more comfortable here.
Yep.
Like
mm-hmm.
doing things like the dribbling between the legs, behind the back, the game before staring at the ref in a turnaround. He wasn't doing that in Minnesota. He wasn't doing that shit in Minnesota. I'm yet to see one highlight of him doing that kind of action in Minnesota. But as a Nick getting more and more comfortable, you're starting to see him do these kind of things and flourish. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
The Knicks
Yo,
have
I
played
thought
what?
he was
20
gonna.
what
I
games?
thought I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I thought Cat was gonna hit them with one of those passes again today.
Like Kid Bridges.
He looked like he was looking for it though.
Yo, I thought he was gonna hit him with one of those passes because I think it looked like he was gonna try it and then just took a dribble instead. But I thought he was gonna do it. I'm like, let me find out he about to hit somebody. That
All
whoever he
right,
hit, they better
solid,
make the
solid.
damn shot.
We
Knicks
beat
didn't win
Embiid
that.
without
Didn't win the
Cat and
championship.
without
Boston
Randall.
beating the Celtics. Cat
So
is lucky
chill.
Embiid is hurt because we all know Embiid smoked him every time. I mean, listen, solid is. I mean, to be honest with you, it took Embiid to hurt Mitchell Robinson, and we still beat him. He had to hurt Mitchell Robinson because Mitchell
Was giving
Robinson
him
was giving him
business.
problems. Okay, so Joel Embiid, that's not our problem that he's hurt. No, I don't care. I don't care. Nobody cared. Like I said in the last episode, nobody cared when we was hurt. I don't care. I don't care. We did what we were supposed to do. We shut them down, and that was it. But
Facts.
Cat. Yo, let me tell you something. This year when Mitch come back, now we got Precious back. Defensively, this team is gonna start playing much better, and I could guarantee you, we're gonna be able to play with anybody. We're gonna be able to play with anybody. Cleveland, Boston. I'm not worried. I'm not worried.
Me neither. Me neither. Because
Hmm.
we haven't seen this team with Mitch yet.
Nope.
Once
Mm-mm.
we see that, then that's what the team is gonna be. We'll see what it's really gonna be. But I mean, I think it's gonna be great because Cat's gonna move to the 4, and oh man,
What?
Double high
Listen,
oh
let me
screens.
tell you
man.
something. If the
I
Knicks
don't.
would have fully, go ahead, T Tom.
I don't think Mitch starts. I think Cat stays at the 5. Mitch comes off the bench.
Mm,
I think the
For now,
offense.
yeah.
I think that we got the number one offense in the NBA, as is, right? I don't think we shake that up and put a guy who's an offensive liability in the starting rotation. I think we keep the starting rotation as is. Mitch get plugged and play as needed off the bench. We got a center that Cat can't handle. Then we probably see more of Mitch throughout the game. But as far as starting, I don't see us changing that up when the offense is humming the way it is. You know what I mean? Like that's a hard sell for me. You know what I mean? Like, and y'all know I love Mitch. It's not a knock against Mitch. You know what I mean? Because what Mitch brings to the table is absolutely needed on this team. The offensive rebounding, the defensive presence, and the rim protection is absolutely needed on this team. The offense is just too damn good.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad because at
Yeah,
the end of
that
the day, what we're doing right now is working. Um, I do think we will see Cat and Mitch on the court together, even if they're not starting. Even if he doesn't start, some some stretch of the game we'll see them together. Especially on a team that maybe has an Embiid or a better center, a Joker type, matchup. But it's either
I
way we
mean,
good. Either way we
Listen,
good.
either
Because to be honest, Mitch or a Mitch type player with the second unit is great because Campaign will look for lobs. Deuce can look for lobs. It's gonna work out either way.
but at the same
yo, and we
token,
just
now go ahead, Kev.
go ahead.
I was only
He's
gonna say
saying that. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
real quick. Like I said, just seeing Cat has the advantage of most power forwards. So if you play Cat and Mitch at 5, it's not really a hindrance. A little bit on the offensive side, yes, like T Top said, definitely. But you don't really take too much away otherwise. Because Cat is gonna have an advantage and that pick and roll is still there. Plus that double high screen is there. So it's like, yo, Mitch and Cat running that double high screen and
And I
OG
mean, to
and
be
Mikael
honest,
on the
it's like we
wing.
always say, it don't matter who starts, it matters who finishes. And so that's
Facts.
gonna depend on the matchup that night. And again, us having technically two starting lineups, when you think about it, is beneficial
Hmm.
to us when it comes to those situations.
Yo. Imagine if Landry Shaman come back for the playoff run. Oh man. Oh
I think he's
man.
gonna
I
come
feel
back before
sorry.
that.
I think he's
I
gonna come
feel
back before.
sorry. I feel
Yeah, he
sorry for the
coming.
Eastern Conference coming up.
He's coming
Count your
back
days,
before that, bro.
Boston. Count your days, Boston. Telling you.
I think he
Yeah,
comes back before that, bro. And is
yeah, man. Yeah, it's gonna be like Precious first day back is a welcome sight. You know what I mean, even though he got limited minutes, they're still happy to see him on the court, and
Mhm.
hopefully he could get back into shape sooner, shape and rhythm sooner than later. And then we wait on Mitch, then we wait on Landry, and it's gonna be a problem, man. Because if listen, look what the bench is doing, just Deucing and Cam.
Campaign. And
Yeah, look what.
campaign ain't even played today.
Now I
yeah,
mean, like
right. Cam is
Really
out.
didn't.
Deuce is, Deuce is giving you 10 plus every night now.
And the three
Yeah.
pointers.
Well, like my man Fred said, it's a lot. Deuce McBride, 10 plus is a lot.
Telling you, man. It's a definite, man. At plus money too. What? It's plus money on FanDuel every trip, bro.
Yeah,
Every
yeah,
trip.
yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to put my hands back in my pocket. This brick out here. Uh,
Cause
but I wanna say a few things about the game tonight. Uh, JB is that he's that guy. We all know that. He's him.
The captain.
Timothy Turner. You
the
feel
king
me?
of the king of the city, the king of New York.
This
Facts,
is his
facts.
new thing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. You feel me? Because we got off to a real rough start. I mean, especially on the defensive end, we couldn't stop nothing. And then offensively, we was stagnant. We was turning over the ball a lot. And then Jalen Brunson said, "You know what, guys? Until
I
y'all
got
get
this.
y'all shit, till y'all get y'all shit together. Pause. Get on my back. Pause. I'm about to carry us until y'all get right." And he got the team into a rhythm. And then the floodgates, man. It happens. It happens. It's a point in the game where the floodgates just open, and it always start when we start locking in on a defensive end. Uh, we started locking in on a defensive end, turning over this team. You know, they got a lot of young guys playing that's not used to getting a lot of minutes, and obviously we the more talented team. All it took was us to put a little bit of pressure on them, and and the pipes bust. Pause. Hey yo, that's crazy. Uh, but and it started with JB. Then it was Josh. Josh started wilding them up from 3-point range. I
Word.
was like, is that Josh Curry? What's happening?
Now, it
Yeah,
was a
yeah,
time. It was a time, Kev. You remember before we got him when I show everybody that video of that 30-point game he had, and I'm like, yo, this guy can shoot when he wants to. Like,
I mean, we said it. We said
yeah.
it on the last pre off season
Preseason.
recap.
Yeah,
show where we did,
Yeah,
where we
yeah,
said Josh is going to eat this season because
yeah.
teams is not going to pay attention to him.
yeah,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Listen,
Yo,
what was his? Yo, somebody give me his final numbers for tonight. Josh.
he was
What?
18 and 10 with 6
18.
assists.
Yep. 18, 10, and 6.
Now he's doing this on a night-to-night basis. If this is not MIP type shit, I
Facts.
don't know what is. I
I
Facts.
know it's
mean, if
still
you
early. I know it's still early, but if he keeps up this kind of production with scoring, rebounds, and assists, gotta be the MIP, dog. Gotta
Facts.
be.
not just not just MIP, but should be an all-star reserve.
You heard? You
Because
heard.
Agreed. Agreed.
yo, Jalen Brunson wanted him to work on his 3-point shot. You can obviously see that he worked on his shot in the off season because it's falling. It's falling. Today he was
Yeah,
4-6. Today he
that's
dropped
tough.
In the
four
first quarter. The first quarter.
That
Yeah.
was tough.
So
That was
The
tough.
first quarter.
obviously, I think I do think that he should be up for MIP. I agree with that, T-Tom, for sure.
Yeah,
But also, he already got four triple doubles this season already.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Right.
and the number and everything else that he's putting up definitely got to be All-Star reserve, bro. Coming off the bench, bro. That should be hands down.
You listen,
Can
man. Uh, OG tonight was defensively was crazy. He's out there swatting jump shots like left and right. That was wild. Yeah, I mean, and two block jump shots in the same possession. I don't think I've ever seen that from one person.
Mm-hmm.
And then go down the court and catch a 3-pointer. That's tough.
Yeah,
OG
right,
is continually
right,
showing us that he is worth every single penny. Every
hmm
penny.
right.
You know what I mean? Oh, the whole y'all overpaid is sounding very quiet these days. I
even
don't
left
see
money on the table.
yeah, I don't see those
Oh,
posts anymore. What happened to the y'all overpaid posts? I
facts.
don't. It's quiet, quiet for that. Uh,
Crickets.
but yeah, uh, Macau is starting to steady the ship and put together more frequent good games. You know what I mean?
Manhattan Bridges. Manhattan Bridges.
Yeah, facts.
Indeed.
Uh,
Manhattan Bridges. Yes.
and as the starting lineup
Oh
as a
shit.
whole, putting up how much? I think the starting lineup was a buck. How much? 800 and what?
A
Because I think
lot. You know what?
She got you. She got you, Jesus. She got you.
Listen,
Wait,
A
what we
lot.
talking
17,
about?
27, 19,
we
24, 113.
113 from the starting lineup.
From five guys? Wow.
Yeah, some teams would be happy to just score that in the total for the whole game.
That's like
For
22 a
everybody.
guy. That's 22 a
Yeah,
guy on average. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
OG
yeah,
had 25, Josh had 18, Cat had 27, Macau 19,
Brunson
and JB
and
24.
Brunson
And look, that would have been imagine if Josh and
and
Mikal
McCall
would have just
hit
scored a
20.
few more points. That would have been five guys
it,
for 20 plus
The
All
points.
whole
five.
starting
yeah.
five, 20. When was the last time that happened?
It
That's
They
happened
said
to us
crazy.
this season.
they
When
said
was
it
the last
happened.
time that
They
happened?
said it happened.
It happened a couple
Yeah.
of times this season.
That's
Where?
crazy. The whole starting five and 20 plus. That's wild. And
Where?
y'all worried about the bench when we already showed that we got 20 points coming off the bench every night.
Yeah.
Can I add on to that real quick, T time? But they said we was gonna fall off because DiVincenzo went to Minnesota. That's what they said.
And I also remember, excuse me, also remember T Tom saying that Deuce McBride made DiVincenzo expendable.
Yep.
I remember that.
Eh.
Bless you.
uh, thank
Shout
you.
out
And
to King S. Shout out to King S. Salute to you. Go New York. Go New York. Go.
That's my.
Bless
Bless
you.
you,
Is that my
teacher.
guy?
thank you. Yeah, salute. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know what I mean? And between Deuce and Campaign, who didn't play tonight, we got 20 points coming off the bench. You know what I mean? Like if your starters is giving you from on a low end 15 to 30 a night, right? A
Some
piece.
games 30 plus. Some games 30 plus.
And then you got 20 points coming off the bench, like as of right now, because it's gonna be more with Precious and when Shamit get back, like how do you stop that for real? What can you do? But the answer is nothing.
Now let's
Nothing.
add. Now let's add on the number one pick and roll in the league, and then ask him again, T time. What can you do?
Nothing. Nothing. You got Josh Hart being the highest percentage in the paint scorer amongst guards, putting up center numbers with his field goal percentage around the paint. It's
And he's
crazy.
Number
leading the
one.
league, and he's leading the league in rebounds too.
I was just about to say the number one rebounding guard in the league. Come on, man. Y'all know what he does.
That's crazy.
His
It's crazy.
specialty.
And oh, I'm about to leave for real because my head is really frozen. I
Eh,
gave Jericho Sims some praise last show, and then he go out and miss a fucking
yeah.
layup at the rim, wide open. I was like, "Oh, you can't be serious, my dude." And we didn't see him no more in the game after he left.
Facts.
Word.
Because we
That was
have
it.
options.
That was it.
You know,
Nah,
I think that as long as he keeps playing well on the defensive end, Thibodeau is gonna keep him out there, bro.
nah. I'm not saying that he should get benched for that. I'm just saying
Yeah.
I gave him a compliment.
You're saying
He
he
was
got to
not finished.
finish at the damn rim.
But
Yeah.
that's always been his problem though. I don't even know why he's laying it up. He should be dunking. You got the
Listen,
bunnies, bro. Why are you laying
yeah,
shit up, bro?
Two words. Ariel Hukporty. He he doesn't play around. He gonna dunk the ball. He doesn't
it's
play
facts.
around.
Damn, he sound like us when we were fighting for Deuce to play.
Yeah,
But y'all know, and I agreed with y'all then on Deuce, and y'all agree with me now on Ariel Hukporty. Tea
I'm out,
time.
y'all.
Have a
Peace.
wonderful night. Always
I
a
T
pleasure. You pulling up
peace.
on the panel.
Y'all, I know y'all
Don't.
still going, but I got to do my thing before I go. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you press the notification bell and all. And sharing is always caring. I holla. Peace. Love
Fact.
y'all.
Salute.
Well,
Love
I
you
was
too,
about
Peace.
to
brother.
end the whole live. Gang.
Damn.
Oh.
He said, if I can't have the live, nobody can.
All the
But
time, Bulls and the Knicks both been trash until recently, so I can't respect your response. Oh man. I know. I see it. Paulie and Solidus are going at it over there.
oh,
They
okay,
boys.
okay. Um,
They're
But
going at
I'm
it.
going to
but
jump in because this comment I had to go back to. Let me be
okay.
clear because I don't let nobody talk shit about the Knicks anyway. But let me tell you something. As irrelevant as you think we are, we stay in y'all mouths. We stay in everybody's mouth. Y'all stay
Yeah.
sucking on us. Pause. There's always the Knicks this, regardless of how irrelevant you thought we were.
But wait, can I add on to that real quick? Hold up. Relevant. Y'all just got y'all first NBA title.
No,
Wait, we talking about Minnesota?
he's a Minnesota fan.
Where's your
Yeah.
title at? I haven't seen Minnesota Timberwolves win a title in my lifetime, bro. But I
And they
have
haven't
seen
been relevant since KG.
Yo,
but I
and you
have
know
seen the
something? Can I say
I've
something
seen the
though?
Knicks I've seen the Knicks
Cause
go
I
to the
wanna, I
finals
wanna,
though.
I
Right?
hate, a lot of people like to mention the whole Mello thing, you know, but Mello got blamed for that. Mello got to get some kind of blame for that because we had a team in place. We had a team in place. We had a decent team with some good players, and we had to give all those guys up for Mello. So, had Mello stayed a free agent, Donnie Washington would have signed him. But instead, Mello kind of forced his way over here. You know what I mean? So as far as Solidus goes, you could say whatever you want, but everybody always likes to blame the Knicks for that. But to me, Melo got to get some kind of blame for that too.
Facts.
Word.
Yep, I agree,
And
definitely.
and like Almighty says, you ain't that irrelevant when we still selling out tickets.
Yeah, fact.
Right.
Listen,
Yo, listen.
consecutive sellouts at that. How many
Yo,
thousand
listen.
consecutive sellouts? Cut it out, man. I don't want to
Yo,
hear it,
bro,
man.
like let's be real though. Let's be real though. Even all those years that we sucked,
Sell out.
God,
Even before the
Garbage.
teams,
Melo
Sell out.
teams,
era,
right?
Sell
when
out.
we
Team,
were
you
worse.
know,
Sell out.
fans was still going to the arena watching the Knicks, even though we was trash. Um, so a lot of the stuff that you saying is kind of like irrelevant. You know what I mean? Well, I will give you yes. Minnesota and the Knicks were trash for many years. You know, I will give you that. Um, we had bad management just like y'all had bad management. But this time around, we fleeced y'all. Okay.
Julius Randle of Minnesota.
This time around, we fucking fleeced y'all.
Tell
You know,
tell him my
you
guy.
know what I mean?
That's my
You
guy
know,
King right
like
there. King gonna talk his shit.
listen. You know, I love Julius Randle. Everybody know that. But from what this trade is looking like right now, man, we ate y'all up and send you back to seconds, bro. We sent
All I'm
y'all
gonna
back
say
to
Listen.
is
bones
this.
and
Let's
shit.
say this. You ever hear anybody say they going to Minnesota on vacation? I never heard anybody say I'm going to
Yeah.
Minnesota on
Yeah,
vacation.
yeah, yeah, she
Fuck
got you
out of
there,
here.
bro. Yo, end of the day, listen, man. Listen, man. You didn't win the trade.
Not even
Yo,
close.
listen, your team's in disarray. Rudy Gobert and Julius Randle ready to go at each other.
And it's only going to get worse because if y'all watch the Knicks, then you can see how nasty his attitude can get. Y'all just
Mm-hmm.
seeing
Who's
the
that?
beginning of it.
Who's that? Who's that?
Randall,
So my, yeah.
you
No,
know when he's
listen.
unhappy, it's over. You
No,
can't get him out
listen.
that funk.
But listen, Minnesota fans are already seeing that part of him though. They know
Facts.
I've seen a few Minnesota fans on Twitter talk about
Not
when
a
he's not
few,
having
Kev. Plenty.
A
I
We seen
lot,
a
a
lot.
right.
lot.
But
Facts.
and we've but that's what I mean. Like there's been a handful of fans out there that's been saying how, when he has a bad game, he really don't put the full effort. I think a lot of Knicks
Mm-hmm.
fans used to complain about that.
Yep.
But
Mhm.
other than that, I'm gonna have to agree with my man King S. Thank you for calling Anthony Towns, Minnesota.
My guy, my guy.
Thank you for calling Anthony
Yo,
Towns, Minnesota. Like,
listen, and may I quote Kevin say, shout out to Leon Rose, man.
We coming
Shout out to
back to this
Leon
comment
Rose.
at the end of the season, solid as so. Make sure you hit the notification bell, cause we gonna come back to this. We gonna screenshot this, and we gonna post it at the end when
oh
we start
man,
whipping them
What?
some
What?
ass.
wait a
Don't
minute, hold
listen.
up.
Hold on.
Did
Hold.
he
Let me add
hold
on
up?
to that. Don't make no bet that you ain't paying. You heard solid this. We
And
gonna keep
each
it a buck with you
one
right
of you
now.
all $1,000 come end of the season. You all beat the Celtics or Cavs in the playoff series. I guarantee you all.
Bruh, we beat the
Listen,
Cavs in the playoff series already. As a matter of
hold up.
fact, Jalen
What
Brunson
half of a
owns
team that we
Donovan
have
Mitchell.
now?
Listen, I'm
Jalen
gonna
Brunson owns Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs, buddy boy. Have you not been
listen.
paying attention to the last 5 years of the NBA playoffs?
Listen, King S. If Devo wanna come back to New York, you're more
Yo,
than welcome to.
listen, Devo.
I'll send Minnesota a second round pick.
Hold on, let me add on real quick, if I may. We'll hash it out with you, Devo. We know you'll gladly come back home to the garden. You know what I mean? And you just make us even more lethal. I think then we really talking like, all right, this might be a team that can really push for that ring. You know what I'm saying? If he comes back with this
Listen,
current
bro.
roster, NBA,
Solid is
look out, bro. Go ahead,
save your
Kev.
$3,000, bro. Save your three racks,
Word,
bro.
Facts.
bro.
Okay, save your three
You ta-
racks, bro, because you
please.
might lose it. Telling you,
Word.
bro. So far we got guys placing bets and then they want to give $5 payments.
Right.
Word. How you try and pay bets on payment plans? We don't do that over here. If you bet me, I pay
Knicks
you
backstab
everything
Dante.
one
Why would he
time,
want to come?
and
Why would he want to
I
come
pay.
back? Listen,
I
the
He
Knicks.
don't want to be in Minnesota, that's for sure.
He
His
ain't playing
team.
facts.
like
Ain't
he
getting
ain't
no
playing
play
like he want to be
time.
there,
Barely
bro.
scoring right
You
now. I'm
Not
know,
only
telling you.
that,
he
that swag he had in New York is
He
MIA.
don't got it over there. Exactly.
Devo. Listen, let me tell you something. The Knicks may have
Facts,
backstabbed.
my guy.
We didn't backstab anybody.
Excuse me.
We paid Dante and we put him in a winning situation. You know what I mean?
And at the end of the
We
day,
put
we made
both of
a
those
business
guys
move.
right. We made a business move and we didn't put those guys in a bad situation. We put them guys in a situation for them to actually make a playoff push and help Minnesota try to make it to the finals. You know what I mean? It's not our fault that it's not working out for you right now.
Right.
It's not.
Hey,
You know,
hey, Solidus, let me add on to what Kev is saying. It's not our fault your coach can't figure to start DiVincenzo instead of bringing him off the bench. You should be starting
right.
the man.
Right.
Let's
He
be
should not be
real.
coming off the
He
bench.
should not be coming off the bench for your team.
He should
Y'all
not.
lack at the shooting guard spot. If you're a real Minnesota fan, yeah, I'm a basketball fan. I watch other teams. I
Listen,
got NBA League Pass.
Solidus.
Kev tell you, my guys will tell you. I watch all the teams, bro. Trust me.
Listen,
I mean, at the
Minnesota's
Solidus,
end of the
lacking
man.
day,
at
the Knicks
shooting
did.
guard.
The end of the day, the Knicks did what was good for the name on the front of the jersey, and that's just it.
This
It's
name
nothing
right
personal.
here. This
It's
name.
all love. And like Kev said, none of the trades we've made in the last couple of seasons did we do any of the guys dirty. We didn't do the
Nope.
guys in Toronto dirty. We didn't do
Mm-mm.
uh Randall and Dante dirty. They're all in good situations. And unfortunately we in a better situation. But that's the point of trading, right? For us to get better.
And that's the thing, like Solidus, you gotta remember, um, Dante last year, he won that starting position. He had to
Yeah.
work for that spot. You know what I mean? So he earned that spot. We gave it to him and he played lights out for the rest of the season going into the playoffs. Your coach, Coach Fink, is not using him the way he should be. He should not be coming off the bench, especially after the season he had last year. He should automatically been a starter.
But-
Right, right, King S.
King S, yes.
We handed you
That's right, my
to
boy.
a championship pieces, yo. The Julius Randle
No, they
and
handed us a championship
Us.
piece,
They
oh
Kev.
no,
handed us the piece.
but listen, we gave them pieces as
Oh yeah.
well. It's not like okay, we gave y'all a bag of softballs and
No, we
some
gave them good
Cheetos.
pieces.
We didn't give
But
y'all a bag of softball and some Cheetos. We gave you an all-star in return, and we gave you a guy who could either be MIP or six man of the year in Dante. It's not our fault that he's just not playing up to par.
yo, bro, they freed up more than $100 million in cap space, man. They can't say
Listen,
nothing, bro. Cat was on the
listen,
books for 200 plus. Randall's expiring contract. What are we talking about here, Solidus? You
yo,
don't know your team, bro.
Solidus,
Like, what are we talking about? I'm schooling
Solidus,
you on your team right now. Don't do this, bro. Don't do this, bro. I'm one of those, bro.
Solidus.
I will get at you about this, bro. What's up?
So
Listen,
if you don't
Oh,
think Dante's good enough to be a starter, you
I
ain't
was
watching
just
Knicks
about to get.
basketball last season.
I was just about to
word,
say that. I was
Dante
just
was a
about to
word.
starter
say that.
on a depleted team and led us on most nights,
He
including playoff games.
So a 12
word,
three-point game broke the Knicks record for
word.
most three-pointers in a game. 12 3-pointers?
And not only that, he broke the Knicks record in 3-point history.
Yep.
For most makes in a
Okay.
season.
And we signed when we signed him, we signed him as a guy to come off the bench because
Facts.
that number 2 spot was all Quentin Grimes, and he didn't take advantage of it, and Dante took over that, and after Dante
Yep.
took over that, he never lost it. So
Yep.
so Solidus, I'm gonna tell you right now, go do your research on how well Dante played last year. Is your coach is not getting the best out of him, because he should not be
And
coming off the bench.
and let's not forget Solidus. You're talking about an NBA champion, Dante DiVincenzo,
Yeah,
who won the title with the Warriors playing shooting
right,
guard.
right.
Um, what?
And not
What are you
only
talking
that,
about,
like
bro?
when I always talk to my guy Daniel from Oakland, he's a huge Golden State Warrior fan, right? And he was like, "Yo, you don't understand how mad Steph Curry was when he found out they let Dante walk. He don't never he don't never question or say anything about any player when they leave, Steph Curry. But when he found out he left, Steph Curry was tight."
Same thing with
Yeah,
Josh Hart. Dame was
Yeah,
pissed.
yeah.
yeah.
Dame was mad because we gave
Dame
them
was
beat, man.
mad.
We really gave Portland a bag of softballs and
Right.
Cheetos. Word.
Listen, man. Hey, listen. Um,
He's not that good for y'all, but he was great for us.
Facts. And that's
listen.
what that matters. Facts.
Oh yeah. I also want
Yeah.
to add. I also want to add. Hey, Solidus. If you think we don't know about Dante DiVincenzo, you little do you know, Uncle Paulie got the connect for Dante because he already had talked
Listen,
about that on the previous slide. We have the connect for Dante. So don't think we don't know what's going on, right? Uncle Paulie
and
done told you in the comments already. I'm sure he did. And and sis probably could find it. I saw it up there. Uncle Paulie
Yep.
did tell you about it. So
well,
he ain't
Solidus,
lying.
I gotta
He
say
ain't
something though.
lying, Solidus. He's not lying.
Paulie said, "I
He's
got the
not
chat, y'all.
lying.
I got the chat, y'all. Y'all can run the show."
Uncle Paulie's on Deuce. He on 60
Love
man
Uncle
over there.
Paulie. Love Uncle Paulie. Always. You know that. You know what this means.
You
Love,
know
brother.
something though. You
Love.
know something. We gotta engage with everybody. You know what I mean?
That's
That's
a
what
fact.
that
That's what it's
makes
about.
the show great. Actually, we really appreciate Solidus for pulling up.
Definitely.
He
Not
a
a
Wolf
question.
fan.
I want to know
Solidus,
how he found us.
listen, hey, listen,
I'm
however you want, yo, Solidus, listen, if you do content for the Minnesota Timberwolves, okay. If you
We
do
pull up
content for
after
the
the show,
Minnesota
after the
you can
game.
listen, we play Minnesota in a few weeks. We will put the link in the chat, and you could pull up and have a conversation with us, and we could do a recap. We could all do a recap
Yep.
together, man. So you're more than welcome to pull up, Solidus. Real talk.
And this is a very fair environment. You'll be able to speak your piece and not feel like, oh, you're gonna be personally attacked. We don't do that nonsense over here.
Yeah,
All right,
no,
we
we
don't play
don't do
that.
that.
We don't play them
Word.
games. That BS. We don't do that over here. So you'll definitely have a right to speak your piece and not feel like, oh, I gotta feel a
Yeah, yeah.
certain way about. We don't do that. I mean, we just want to let you know that as well. So,
Hey, man, you okay?
who's our next opponent? Who's our
Next
next opponent?
up, we have
On a homestand, because this is a homestand. I know this is a
Detroit.
homestand. Oh, looky here. Looky here. All right, I'm gonna start it off a little bit, and I'm gonna let you take over, sis, for a second, and then I'm gonna come back to it after. I'm gonna wait to see when Kev jump back in. What is it? Saturday against
Mhm.
Detroit?
Yep.
I believe it's Saturday. Yeah,
Yep.
I looked ahead at the schedule. I just forgot. All right. So the Knicks will be playing the Pistons on Saturday. I'm not sleeping on this Pistons squad, but I have a feeling that Jalen Brunson is going to start off this game like he started off the last game, and he literally just said, "Let me start off by showing y'all who I am from the start." And we just jumped out to that 40-point first quarter on them. I believe it was a 40-point first quarter, if I'm not mistaken, sis. That first game, the Knicks dropped like
Against who?
40. The Pistons, because we played them once already, and I think we dropped like 40 points in that first quarter. You see, I don't put nothing
36 in
past.
the first quarter.
Okay, so yeah, so it was definitely this was a game we literally just like took off and never looked back from the beginning. I ain't putting nothing past this team though, because Cade Cunningham is he's an up and coming player. Like he's dropping triple doubles. Like they got a little team over there. Pistons have improved from last season. So this is a team that can steal a game from you. You saw them steal a couple of games from teams earlier this season. I believe they stole one from Milwaukee this season, and another top team. I'm not sure. Again, it's important for the Knicks to start off these games early, start off scoring early, get the guys in rhythm, get our offense in rhythm, and play good defense in transition. So, I agree. I just don't want to take it for granted and just jump out the window and be like, "Oh yeah," you know what I mean? Like, because they gonna play. This is why these players play. They get paid to play. You understand, Michael? They get paid to play. So we're not gonna take nothing away from them. But yes, the Knicks is definitely gonna pack them up. I believe Knicks is gonna win this game. Go ahead, sis.
By a lot.
Yep. Go ahead, sis.
I mean, I think when we play the way we've been playing, we unbeatable. Like no one's beating us. I don't care what anybody says. Like, yes, Detroit is talented. They're also very young. And that's what the issue is. That is exactly what the issue is. It's not talent, it's that they're young. So as long as we come out and play our game and play team basketball and hit the hot man, the hot guy, we're gonna win, and we're gonna win by a lot. Like they're not gonna stop us. I think for us with them, we need to defend the 3-point line. Because I believe the last game we played, they were just shooting lights out for 3, although we won. But they're great. They're a good 3-point shooting team. Of course, you can't you can't stop Cade Cunningham, but you can contain him. But you can't let the other guys go off, right? Like you can't let Tim Hardaway Jr. go off. We know once he gets hot, he gets going. There's no, stopping. Same thing for Tobias Harris. Like we can't let those other guys go off. And we need to make sure, because I think the last game they threw that Thompson twin on JB. We need to make sure we continue to put a body between JB and the defender when we're bringing up the ball, because Thompson plays great defense. And he played really good defense on JB last game.
Yeah, I agree. One thing I will say also, you did forget one guy that needs to be checked is Jaden Ivey at all times. He needs to be checked shooting wise. I believe this is gonna be a game for Josh Hart to take him out of there, because Mikal Bridges is gonna be playing more wing defender. And he might even be playing more on Cade Cunningham, because I know Pistons are gonna try and come down the court and play that switch off to where they set Cade Cunningham up and then play off of Cade Cunningham, swing the ball around, stuff like that. They've been doing that a lot on us the first game. So it's gonna be interesting to see Tommy T with the adjustment, especially that Precious is playing now.
Yep.
So you have that extra bench player in Precious now, where all right, now I can actually play Towns at 5 if I want. All right. This is the dynamic that I've been talking about. I've been waiting. I can put Towns at 5 and have Precious at 4 now. So, and then switch it around to where I could put Towns at 4. You still got Huck Porty on the bench. If Tommy T just says, Play Huck Porty at 5, Towns at 4. I think this game is just a easy win because Huck Porty's going to take Jalen Duran out of the boards. You know, and this is my other point. I was just about to get to it before Sis puts this comment up. They don't even have a bench at all, so it's like they don't have anybody. So it's like this is our game to just feast.
Should be a game that we should win hands down. No excuses.
And like we were saying earlier, when you think about it, our starters are averaging 100 points combined. I'm looking at the last couple of games that the Pistons have played. They scored 120 as a team. 120, 107, 96, 130, 111, 102. They're scoring what our starters alone are scoring.
And one thing that you gotta I will say, don't take any team lightly. We already saw what the Hornets did to us in that last game we played them. They almost snuck one off on us, in that first quarter, they was giving us the business, and then we kind of had to fight our way back, and then we sort of kind of kept the lead throughout the game after that. So we just respect them. Go in there, respect them. Don't they still got some good guys over there. Obviously they put up points because you just said I think their highest was 130. So they find ways to score, but the Knicks just got to go in there and just don't take nobody lightly. Try to start off strong, and once you get that lead, just take off on them and don't lose it.
And defend. That's gonna win. That's gonna win us every game. Playing defense.
Right.
Yep.
And watch out for Cade Cunningham, bro. Because Cade Cunningham,
I said that before you came back.
Cade Cunningham will kill you, and so will Jalen Duran. You know what I mean? Because Jalen Duran will average a WW. He's a rebounding machine. So that's a guy right there that y'all gotta watch. They gotta watch out for. Now listen, Uncle Paulie, the Orlando is one of the hottest teams in the league, even without the guys that they got.
Uncle Paulie, they won 13 out of 15, Uncle Paulie.
Yeah.
No lie. Orlando's won 13 out of the last 15. We gave them a loss and another team gave them a loss.
Yep, and we gotta take advantage because they're not a good defensive team. At all whatsoever. Not a good defensive team. So that's all I gotta say about that.
That's it.
I mean, there's anything. I mean, it's up to y'all if there's anything else. You know what I'm saying?
I'm straight, man. Let's get this W. Keep this win streak alive. Let's get
we
this
will
win
be
streak
back
alive.
Saturday for a recap of the Knicks Pistons game. And we'd like to shout everybody out for pulling up. You know what I mean? If you see one, send one. Y'all know how we do. And we will see y'all Saturday after the Pistons Knicks game.
And since you like talking about Melo, we gonna do it.
Oh, and by the way, don't forget, if you want one of these, all right, one of these sweaters, they are also in black. Please, sis, if you could put the link up real quick.
Looking
Please.
for it.
Go ahead. Take your time. No rush.
Yeah. Share the link.
Please. Once that link comes up, she gonna post the link. Please check out the Shopify for Knicks and Ish. Go copy one of these hoodies. They are $40. I believe the black ones are now live. I know a couple people already got them. Darlene, we love you. I'm glad to see that you enjoy your hoodie. You know that. There go the link right there. Thank you, sis. Yo, definitely go check out the Shopify. Get you one of these Knicks and Ish hoodies. And more merch coming soon. just pending tea time, you know.
Yo, and listen, sharing is caring. Don't forget to share, subscribe, like, follow us on all platforms, and let's go Knicks, man. Let's get this W.
Yeah. Salute to everybody. Y'all have a wonderful evening. We'll see y'all Saturday.